Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by Apex Irons from Callaway.
Hey there, welcome inside our Golf Channel studios. I'm George Safarikis, and it was a blustery third round at the 3M Open, yet Cameron Tringale was able to make a big move, thanks in part to this 5 under 66. You look at the numbers, wasn't the most accurate guy off the tee, ball striking into the greens, 11 out of 18, but the putter was hot, just 25 putts. Here's Tringale and how he got it done.
Got off to a nice start. Birdied the first 2, and then played solid through the middle of the round. Hit a couple of bad iron shots and had to scramble kind of mid-round. And really just putted well all day. Drove it pretty well. And I gave myself some looks that I capitalized on. And I really just saved my tail quite a few times with the putter.
What are you most happy with, and what needs maybe a little more tinkering?
I'm happy with kind of everything, honestly. I mean, I'd say tinkering, what I want to do better tomorrow is hit my spots on the greens a little better, my approaches. And but I'm putting, I don't know where I'm at statistically, but I've liked just about every putt I've hit. So hopefully I'll continue to do that tomorrow. I mean, just try not to overthink it. It's key, isn't it?
Cameron, just how challenging is that 18th hole out there today?
It's a tough hole. I mean, I think if you're out of position off the tee, the layup can be a little tricky with as much wind as there is, and then the third shot, with the pin right in the front, it's a sort of a diagonal green, so it's just tough to be 100% sure on the yardage, and the putt from past the hole is not really that easy because you got to go up and over. So I think guys are taking their chances if they hit a good drive. And, if you're in the fairway on your third, you got to kind of try and hit one in there. So if you miss, any of those 3 shots, I think you're in trouble.
Anything you can apply from last year's T3 finish here and make it a couple notches better tomorrow?
Oh, I birdied 18 last year. I remember that. Yeah, I'm just going to have fun. I remember last year's round really well, and I'm excited. I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything well in my game for the most part, so just keep my head on straight and try and have some fun and not overthink it.
With the wind and how many players are bunched on the leaderboard, what will tomorrow bring, do you think?
Oh, I think it's anyone's game, really. I mean, I don't know how far back, but, I mean, there's probably 15 guys within a couple. So, yeah, you can go low out here, and I think someone will do it tomorrow. Hopefully it's me.
One other from me. Just how good were those shots, the second at 12 and the second at 16 today?
Yeah, the one on 12 was really good. It was just a good opportunity. I mean, I got lucky with the yardage and the wind and the backstop, but it was just a nice, really good shot. The one on 16, I would say much harder to duplicate. Just to judge the lie out of that rough was tough, and I took a chance. Honestly, it was a hit and hope. And one thing I work on with my coach a lot this week out of the rough was you got to try and force yourself to hit it past the hole, and it rarely happens just because the rough is so thick and it really grabs the ball. So I kind of thought, all right, try and hit this to the back fringe in my head, and it came out just right. So.
Been a little bit since we've seen Gary Woodland in the mix. Opened with the double and was able to battle back with a 4 under 67, including an adventurous par on the 18th. Here's Woodland after turning in that scorecard for a 67.
Yeah, I knew I was playing well, and I misjudged the wedge. Out of the first cut on the first hole, every ball had jumped, and that one came out spinny, came up in the bunker, and then I was short-sided and tried to get cute, and I bladed it over the green. So all in all, I had a great warm-up. Yesterday I didn't feel very good on the golf course, just didn't feel very comfortable, and it was the best round I played in a year and a half. So I had a lot of confidence with a good warm-up today. So that's what I told myself on 2, and I hit a great drive on 2 and really got momentum going and played solid all day. I hit a bad drive on 18, but outside of that, I played really, really well today.
What are you happiest with, and what needs a little tinkering?
I'm happy that the putters, it was nice to see Phil Kenyon last week. I hadn't seen him since last August, since PGA. So I spent a lot of time with him last week. The putter's felt as good as it has in a long time. Seeing putts go in has been huge. But I'm also starting to hit the golf ball well. I'm starting to control my irons, drive the golf ball semi and play the last couple of days. But I'm feeling pretty good about my game compared to where I've been the last year and a half. I got a long way to go, but when I trust what I'm doing, I'm pretty good.
You saw him down in Florida?
No, at the British Open last week.
British Open. Okay,
yeah.
my fault. Okay. You weren't the only one, but how big of an adventure was 18?
18 is a tough golf hole. I mean, it was nice in the practice rounds. It was downwind. Now it's coming into the wind. The fairway slopes to the water. And you want to give yourself a chance, so you're trying to play down there. Left's not an easy layup as well. So I got stuck there and hit it. I got fortunate and got right to the water. But it's a tough tee shot. It's a great finishing hole. The wind will be in again off tomorrow, so should be exciting finish.
The blimp followed your shot all the way down and followed your walk through the parking lot, too.
It was, I got a shortcut walk, I guess, to go right to the water. But it was a good break. It was unfortunate that I hit it over there, but happy walking away with par after that.
If the wind...
The leaderboard at the 3M Open. Woodland just a shot back. Maverick McNeely playing some great golf this week as well. Third round, 68, so he is in a tie for second. And then that big bunch of players, T4, two back, including Pat Perez, Cameron champ 10 years ago. Charles Schwartzel, the Masters champ in 2011. He is also just two back. Over on the LPGA Tour, major this week, the Amundi Evian Championship. Zhang Li 6, a 5-shot advantage over Yalimi No. Lydia Ko, solo third. It's going to take a special round from one of the chasers if anyone other than Zhang Li 6 is going to win this. Two majors this week. PGA Tour champions with the Senior Open Championship. Stephen Dodd, what a round. 8 under, 62. Low round of the week, so he now has a 2-shot lead over Jerry Kelly, Darren Clark, who had been in a great position, stumbled down the stretch. Here's Dodd after that 62.
Stephen, 9 birdies for 62. That was an amazing round of golf, and really besides the long putt you hold on number 5, you were just knocking it next to the hole all day. What was going through your mind out there when you had an iron in your hand?
Well, after yesterday, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen today because it was pretty poor yesterday. So, good night's sleep. I suppose I got lucky once or twice early on. They weren't very good shots, but they went close. So, but I started to hit some good shots on the back nine, which was nice.
Did you make any changes after yesterday's iron play to lead to today, or was it just one of those things in golf that happens?
I think it was tricky yesterday afternoon. The wind was swirling, so it was difficult to get the club. So I just put it down to that. It was just difficult to judge in the wind yesterday.
So your 62 ties a long-standing course record for Sir Nick Faldo. What do you take away from that 62 on a just iconic golf course?
Well, it's just great. The course is just set so well, so fair. And I think if you play well, then there's chances out there. And luckily today for me, I got some of them in.
Speaking of chances, you currently hold the lead on your own by a shot. What are your chances tomorrow? How do you go about tomorrow?
I played so little competitive golf over the last 18 months. So played one event, so I'm not really sure what will happen. With a little luck, you never know.
That's the first time I've ever heard someone having the 54-hole lead in a major and saying, I've played so little competitive golf that you never know. It'll be interesting to see how he handles the pressure with 18 holes to go at the Senior Open. You can catch European Tour's Kazoo Open at 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Final round of the Amundi Evian Championship beginning at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Busy day on Golf Channel. Thanks for joining us.